And welcome to One Take episode 30. You might be asking yourself, Andy, how is this episode 30? Episode 30 was last night. It was only 33 minutes long. It was just you answering random questions and talking about editing that never happened. You'd be right. But, you know, yesterday I was really busy and also really tired, and I apologize for not actually making an episode 30 and just using pre-made footage. Well, here we go. This is going to be 46 minutes long, just like the last one. And not the one before that, because I hadn't thought of this before then. Or after then. During then. I don't know anymore. For this episode, because it is so long, I've got with me a random topic generator, which I will be using to talk about things. Specifically people, because that is the category I have selected. I have with me my handy dandy pineapple orange banana juice. See, look, it's a pineapple and an orange and a banana. It's a picture. I don't know why they do that. It's like, oh, we have to show them what the food is. You see that we're mixing together. And also, we'll be counting the number of awkward pauses caused by the drinking of this. Ready? Here's the first one. Yep. So the first topic is going to be Knights of the Round Table. Now, an important thing is the Knights of the Round Table didn't actually have a round table. It was probably very square. And they probably didn't exist. What I mean by that is the Knights of the Round Table were founded and organized by King Arthur, you know, the Arthur Pendragon. He pulled the sword out of the stone, pronounced himself king, be like, hey, you stupid blooders, I got a sword. And that's kind of actually offensive to a few people, I'm sure, but I don't really care. So, Arthur Pendragon pulls the sword out of the stone. You know, loses it at some point later, being all heroic, and you can see the light of my phone. Can you read what's on my phone? You actually might be able to. Hold on. This is what the topic... It's in my eye. Now it is. No. Yes. This is the video I'll be linking people to when I link people to my videos. I'll be like, yeah, you want to start watching my videos? Start on 30. But 30 is like 46 minutes long. QQ. If you don't know what QQ is, get on the internet more. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so the Knights of the Round Table probably didn't exist. By the way, the Sword in the Stone and Excalibur are two different things. Monty Python got it kind of wrong, I'm pretty sure. He's like, well, who made you king? The moistened bent gave me a scimitar. If you know what I'm talking about, kudos. If you don't, you're probably on Google right now. I need to reply to this message. This is one of the least pausiest things so far. Only 3 minutes in, I realize, but anyway. So, you know, the Sword in the Stone, it breaks at some point. This is a breaking motion, I guess. Breaking, I guess. Also works. Let me see if... No, that's as zoomed out as it gets. So then later, the moistened bent throws the scimitar at him. And he's like, thanks! Goes about his merry way. Makes the Knights of the Round Table. It wasn't actually a round table. They probably didn't exist. Topic 1, done. Generate new topic. The boldest celebrities. The people that are celebrities because they're famous. Not because they have talent, but just because they're rich. Paris Hilton is the boldest celebrity. You haven't heard about her in a few years, but that's because she's stupid and everyone stopped caring. Kudos to them for not caring anymore. I mean, my God. The woman had a dog in her purse. That started a whole thing just because a rich woman had a dog in a purse. I just realized that you can also see my computer screen, kind of. Let me try something. That's cool. If you look in my glasses, you can see the reflection. Messages. Anyway, so yes, Paris Hilton is the boldest celebrity in my opinion. That just looked really weird for a second. I'm an old man. Look at me. Get out of my library, you stupid kids. Sorry, what are we talking about? Anyway, generate new topic. I don't know what that is. George W. Bush's romantic life. I'd rather not think about that, to be honest, but let's go ahead and talk about it. When George W. Bush was but a mere boy of 47 years old, or however old he was several years ago, he became President of the United States. I just realized we have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade on VHS. Don't ask me how, but apparently we do. Neck popping. Yep. Same. You know how when you watch the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of weird, and you start like stretching your back because you don't want to end up like him. Another topic. We won't be getting back to George W. Bush's romantic life. Most people are under the impression that you can't have fun in high school. It's always about, doing your best, blinders on. You can't not be not having fun, right? But I'm under a different opinion. You can't not have fun, Because I'll admit, it's school, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun. If you're writing an essay, write an essay. Don't worry about how crappy it is. Don't worry about how just stupid it sounds, because it's an essay. You're in school. No one cares once you leave. Let me ask you this. Do colleges and or places that hire people, companies would be the word, do they look at the essay you wrote in 10th grade? No. Look, if you're going to be an author for a company, like magazine writer, no one reads magazines anymore. It's just the problem. You know how people are like, I wish they brought back magazines. But then the reason they quit having magazines is because those people didn't buy the magazines when they were out. But in hindsight, they were like, it was better than the internet stuff. Because the internet stuff is all just crap anyway. Don't cite me on that. That was the third drinking break. I like the pineapple more than like the peach, whatever crap they have. Strawberry, banana fart, I don't know. But, everyone's always under the impression that Big Brother is watching you, and that's just not the case, It's always just a thing of, sure. I mean, are you going to look like an idiot in front of your friends? Yes. Is that going to affect you 4 months from now? Probably not. Is it gonna challenge your ability to work as a person in the field of person working? No. All anyone asks is that you just do. Just do. And really, that's the most important thing. I'm sure I had another topic I was going to talk about. No. That was actually the base topic, in parentheses, as it was. Now let's talk about famous German generals of World War II. Actually, let's not. I don't know any famous generals from World War II. There obviously weren't that many famous ones. No. The Wright brothers. Now, a lot of people in Ohio were like, North Carolina wasn't first in flight. We were first in flight. No. The Wright brothers were from Ohio, I'll admit. And apparently Ohio is full of homosexuals, from what I've been told. Never been there myself, but from what people say, it's full of the homosexuals. Anyway, and, you know, the Wright brothers, they grew up in Ohio, but you know why they didn't make the first plane flying in Ohio? Because it wasn't very, well, it was windy, but it wasn't, you know, flat. There was no really soft surface with which you could be 10 feet off of the ground and hit and not break several bones. And it just so happened that the sandy beaches of North Carolina were soft. And if you hit them from, you know, 10 feet in the air going 19 miles an hour, it wasn't really that big of a deal. Fourth, and we're only 11 minutes in. Albert Einstein's early life. There are a lot of misconceptions about Einstein's early life. You know, like, oh, he had all these mental things. Everyone was like, ugh. What a terrible life he'd had. All the people were so wrong about him. Blah 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 blah. I'm actually reading a bit about his early life. Blah blah blah. I moved to Italy in 1894. Blah blah blah. Failed a examination for entrance into the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, the SFID. Blah 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 blah. 1896 to SFIT. There it is. SFIT. Blah 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 blah. By 1909, Einstein was recognized throughout German-speaking Europe as a leading scientific thinker. In quick succession, he held professorship at the German University of Prague, the JUP, and at the SVIT. In 1914, he advanced to the most prestigious and best-paying post that a theoretical physicist could hold in Central Europe. Professor at the Kaiser Wilhelm Gesellschaft in Berlin. You know, the Quig, as we'll call it. The Quig. It's like some weird frat saying, like, yeah, you want to go to the Quig? Nah, man, I'm good. Blah, blah, blah. No. 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 I'm looking. Hold on. Let's try in another category. Let's go. Science. Okay, don't know that. Polymers. Polymers are things that are made of many other mers. They're mixtures of different materials together to make a stronger, more flexible thing. Like steel is a mixture of iron and zinc and whatever. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the changing of carbon dioxide and water and other things through sunlight into oxygen and sugar. And through a complicated series of things I don't remember. It was really long. That's what she said. And that's basically all it is. It's just photosynthesis. 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 Deoxyribonucleic acid, otherwise known as DNA. This is my phone. It's very old. Eclipse. 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 Oh. Solar eclipse. That was the high point of the video, ladies and gentlemen. High point of the video. DNA is the building block of all things. It's how we know that we are us, and how our bodies know that we are us. It's how our children are made. It's how we were made. It's all the things, and I'm not going to be very specific about it because, you know, there are other places that you can go to see this stuff. Why are all these topics so, you know, recent? Okay. Opinion. We're going to opinion. I know opinions. I'm good at opinions. Oh yeah, my favorite novel. What is my favorite novel? Let's see here. Well, it would be a tough choice, you see. Can I go with like the Southwestern Virginian answer and just be like the Bible? Or is that offensive? I live in Southwest Virginia. Why do I care if it's offensive or not? It affects me more than it does people in Prague who don't watch my videos. South Koreans do, according to my demographics, because of that one video. Anyway, I think my favorite novel would be I'm trying to think. I don't know if it's The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks, who, by the way, has a new book coming out in less than in like a week and a half. So yeah, it's either going to be The Way of Shadows or the well, I don't really know. 4 days. The sequel to The Black Prism, otherwise known as The Blinding Knife, comes out in 4 days, 5 hours, 42 minutes, and 40 seconds. Yep. Countdown begins. Boop, 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 boop. I'm not actually making all of the finger signs. I'm just going like this over and over again, going boop, 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 boop. Classic videos, guys. So it would either be The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks, which is an amazing book. It's, you know, it draws you in. It's like, oh yeah, assassin, but then it's like political intrigue, and it's just really good for 600 pages that fit in your pocket if you get the paperback. Although I'd suggest getting the omnibus, which contains all 3 books and is like in hardback and has a really pretty cover of a sword that's in the book. And I'm just going like this with my phone because I can't think of things to text. Next topic. Wait for it. Next topic. Is everyone spiritual? No. Now, that's because some people choose not to be spiritual. I myself, I'm kind of like, yeah, alright. I won't deny that God exists, but it's not like I'm gonna let him run my life, you know? I'll be like, well, that's not really what... Because I love it when people are like, you must go through God's plan and his path, and it's like, wait, if it's his plan, then how is it that I could... Because if all things are predetermined by God and it's all in his plan, then how can I stray from it? Because then that means that it was God's reasoning that people should sin. And then it wouldn't be sinning because you're just following God's plan. I mean, you can't stray from the path of God, now can you? The answer might possibly be yes, I don't know. But not everyone is spiritual because some people just aren't. And I guess it kind of depends. If you think of spiritual as in believing in something greater than yourself, then yes, everyone is spiritual. Everyone believes in something greater than themselves, like the government, or science, or Alibaba. I don't remember. Some Middle Eastern, I think. I don't know. Oh, we also have E.T. Wow. Man, some should have people come over, watch E.T. and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And Thomas the Train Tank Engine. I can't see. There's a book bag in the way. Oh, and the Power Rangers movie. Ah, that was a good one. All the goo and whatnot. My favorite sports vehicle. Dodge Challenger. I already did that one. Okay, well, we're gonna get offensive quick with this one. Is abortion ethical? Well, the problem with the word ethical is that, you know, we can't really say what's ethical or not, because that's kind of decided by society. You know, we could be like, oh, the killing of small children, that's unethical. But then wouldn't that also apply to children that aren't yet born? I mean, I'm pro-choice, you know, because, well, two different explanations for this. I'm not going to go much further into this because I need to figure out what to text. Yeah, that'll work. You can always tell if I'm texting you during a video because I'll just say random crap like, yeah, dolphins, or whatever. Even it most likely will not relate to them, to whatever we were talking about. And I'll just randomly type letters as well. Where was I? I believe that abortion is ethical because the child isn't yet born. They haven't gained sentience. I'm not saying you can kill a baby in the first few years of life, but I'm also saying that it's not really life until it comes out, you know? It somehow gets out of you, you know? It's not life until it's at least large, you know? If it has eyes, it's life, is what I like to go by. But I believe it's ethical just because we have such overpopulation problems anyway. And, you know, most of the people who are in need of an abortion, such as, you know, inner city folk, not gonna name anyone. Well, I'm not naming anyone. It's not like I'm basing this off of anyone's stuff. But, you know how you get a message and you're just like, what does this even mean? And then you're like, think. Like you have to learn a new language to understand this. My forehead's really smooth. Like, you can't tell by feeling it, but it just looks really smooth. Look at this. Like, there's just the smoothest forehead. What was I saying? We have such overpopulation problems anyway, and the people who really need abortions, are people who, you know, can't afford to have a child, you know? They can't sustain both themselves and a family. So, you know, I believe that it is ethical if they have a reason. If it's just like, I want to get pregnant, and then they're like, okay, well, have fun with that. And she's like, never mind, I don't want to be pregnant. Then screw her, she's pregnant now. You know? If you're just like, oh, let's all get pregnant, you're just stupid. You don't deserve a child, but you're gonna have one now to learn the lesson, and for others to learn the lesson. Things that I think I should not be subject to. Labor. I should not be able to go through pregnancy and labor because I'm male. I should not go through torture, because that's violating a convention of something or another. I don't think it's the Geneva Convention, but it's some sort of law thing. I don't really know. School. Oh, no one should ever go to school because lol. You just proved the point that everyone should go to school with your lolling, sir and or madam. And or. Do I really sound like an and or to you? Kind of. I mean, I've met some really deep voiced women. Shut up. Talking to myself, you know. Community or private college? I don't think they phrased that correctly. Because community implies like a 2-year college. And then private would be like run by a church. But in case you're wondering, when it comes to college, I have my plans pretty much set. I mean, I know what I'm going to do, I just don't know where. Or what job I'll actually have, but I know how I'll get to it. I plan to take 2 semesters of community college. We have a program where it's free at the local college thing, in case you didn't know. And, you know, so like if you complete high school, it's like, whoop-de-doo, 2 semesters free, dog. And then I'll go to, I don't know, someplace. Well, I know what I'm probably gonna do. I'll take the 2 semesters and I'm thinking, this might sound weird. I'll admit this sounds weird. I'm thinking that, I know, at some point, I'm going to take bartending lessons. Not because I want to just be working the bar all day. This is like washing the bar. It's very high. It's like 4 feet tall. I mean, that's, well, it's more like 5 feet, really. But, anyway, I just want to take bartending lessons, classes, whatever they're called, and, I don't know why. I'm just like, yeah, I'll take the lessons, I'll do the things, I'll make pineapple, orange, banana daiquiris or something. And if I just so happen to get a job while I'm at college, so be it. I'll be more popular at college because I can make mixed drinks, I guess, or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, I plan to go to community college for two semesters. Or, you know, finish a degree of some kind. Crap. Don't you hate it when your text message thing just fills all the way with messages and it's like, dog, you're gonna have to delete some of these. And I'm like, dang. I may or may not have deleted a message just now by accident. I can never tell. My phone is just old as crap. It's like 2 years old. I realize that's not... Oh, we got a rich white person over here. No, it's just... It's 2 years old for me. The model is like 4 years old. Which, it's a good enough phone, I guess, but... It's not the best. You know? I mean, I'll probably never have the best phone because why would I need the best phone? What am I using this best phone for? What do we qualify as being the best phone? Why am I wearing my glasses when I don't really need to see anything that badly and it's just making a reflection? People will now think my irises are made of computer screens. I am a robot. Next question. What is my favorite dinosaur? Well, that depends. I like... What are we classifying as dinosaur? I mean, terrible lizard, yes. Are we talking like anything in the Mesozoic era? Which contains the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous? Cretaceous just sounds much different than the other two, you know? It's like they were like, Cretaceous, it's in there. And just no one ever really cared that much, and they just went with it, you know? Whoop. 5. Oh. So I made this wire hanging off the side of my bed move, and there's been some, you know, small rodent sightings in our house recently. I was like, holy crap, mouse running towards me. Not that I'm like deathly afraid of mice. I just get kind of freaked out when they're near me. Just like, don't want that. Do not want at all. And I'm thinking I'm going to pause this for a second, and you're going to see a slight change in the positioning. It's actually going to be over here. Is everyone ready? I hope so. When we come back, I'll talk about dinosaurs. Okay, so I was a little bit off. It's actually going to be over here because that's as far as the tripod will go. Tripod. For the people who are too lazy to hold the camera themselves. Tripod. Now, my favorite dinosaur is the now non-existent Brontosaurus. When I say Brontosaurus, I mean Brontosaurus, the large-necked dinosaur who, interestingly enough, the classification of dinosaur that once was, you know, which once included Brontosaurus, but now the Brontosaurus has been ruled out as an actual dinosaur and is now something else or another. That happens a lot, by the way. Like, the dinosaurs we know of are like a third of all the dinosaurs that ever lived, because most of them we just don't know about. And the thing is, it's actually theorized that most dinosaurs, like the third that we know of, make it more like a sixth, because people have theorized that some of the bones that we found are just younger form, like younger, you know what I mean, versions. Not really versions, but like young versions of others. There we go. You know, children. And so really we don't have that many dinosaurs, you know, that we know of. I think if someone went back in time and was like, picture, why is the button, why are there two buttons? Do they have to be pressed together? I don't understand. What is this? Why? There's two different cameras and he's just operating both of them like, snap, no. There's one on the top and the bottom now. You can't escape the double button. Anyway, Brontosaurus. And there's actually theorized that the Brontosaurus, as we'll call it now, with Velociraptor quotes, that the Brontosaurus, instead of having, you know, blood pumped to the head from way up here, it was actually, you know, instead of being like this, it was more like, sweeping the ground, getting the ferns and whatnot. Yes, ferns, and that kind of thing, because it's been estimated, calculated, other kinds of Asians, not Asians, you racist, Asians, not Haitians, Asians. And, you know, the amount of blood pressure needed to get something 60 feet in the air, such as blood, would probably kill whatever is at the end, such as the brain of the dinosaur. Because, you know, no one likes getting a blown up head, so they mostly just stay down. Bottom left, the corner area. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I still have a few minutes to go, so how do I feel about over-the-counter medications that work better than prescriptions? Well, like, are we talking about in the same category, like over-the-counter Advil instead of like prescription painkillers, assumingly? Or are we talking like Advil works better than contact lenses, because that's not true? Or are we talking like homeopathic? Kinds of stuff. Because I think if they're in the same category, then yeah, that says a lot about the prescription stuff, that they're basically just stealing your money. If you can get better for $5, make you holla, live you long time, GI. You see what happens when I don't make a video for one day? I just go crazy. I literally go insane. No opinion. My favorite Star Wars movie, A New Hope. Because it's a hope of newness, as opposed to like an old hope. I don't know. How do you define normal? Not me. I define normal as being boring, you know? Someone who's average, which I hate the word average, but that's basically what they have to be, because no one's really normal. There's no such thing as normality. There's formality, but that's more like, let me open the door for you, madam, lady, president, person. And then they're like, who? Just get in the car, woman, you bloody person. Whatever. There's no such thing as normal. Next. By the way, this is more or less just me answering questions, kind of like the video if you saw it yesterday. So it's kind of odd that this is happening, but it's more you know, it's less like, who did you last kiss? And it's more like, what is my favorite this or that? My favorite type of dog, Great Pyrenees. They're big and white. They're like, you know, good for sheep herding because they look like sheep, and the wolf is like, I'm eat this sheep, and it's like, how about no? Bites them. Is what I assume happens. I mean, I know they can't talk or anything, but Great Pyrenees. Substance abuse. How ironic. Anyway, substance abuse. I think abuse of any kind is negative. Unless, I mean, I'm not going to be like, unless it's video game abuse, because that's still actually kind of bad. If it's abuse, you're probably cheating someone out of something. Or, you know, you're somehow making things negative for another person. So all abuse is bad. Relatives that give you the creeps. All of them. Except my grandparents. Well, my grandmothers. Don't ask, it's a long story. But yeah, basically everyone in my family is a creepy person. And so is the world history teacher. Seriously, the guy's a pedophile. Like, I don't know what happened. Over summer break, just all the teachers turned into pedophiles. It's insane. It's really insane. Chocolate or vanilla? I mean, vanilla, I guess. I've never really been a person to be like, oh, let me try something new. Not that chocolate is something new either. It's just that I'm like, oh, I'd rather have vanilla and know exactly what I'm getting than get double chocolate rainbow unicorn poop. Which I assume is like cookies and cream, I guess, maybe. Whatever, but I just like think, okay, yeah, I'll get vanilla. But you're at the thing with the vanilla's fine, thanks. But vanilla. Hang out on a Friday or on a Saturday? I feel like this is very similar to the last one. And also kind of ironic like the one before that. I don't really have time to hang out on Fridays because, you know, football games and the like. So I don't really have that kind of time. So I guess it would automatically be Saturday just because 9 times out of 10 I'm not busy on Saturdays unless it's October. But screw October. Who cares about October? It's Halloween, that's about it. And marching band season. But besides that, it's just October-y. You know, fallingness. The best moment of my life. Give me a second. Oh, knock my glasses. The best moment of my life was when I met you, baby. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm very bad at like grading. Be like, oh, well, my strengths, they're here. The best day of my life was this. I don't know why I'm doing shoulders. You know, oh, I'm really good in these areas. Like, it's just not my thing. It ain't my style, bro. It makes it difficult when that kind of question is asked. It makes me be like, oh, I should do some more self-analysis. But no, I got nothing. I got nothing. Next, let's go with the ethical consequences of plagiarism. Now, as I've said before, ethical, not really my thing to decide ethical or unethical, you know. I'm not really, like, you know how if you ever get arrested, they're like, we're gonna try you by a jury of your peers. I've always been like, ha! Good luck with that. Good luck finding some really tall 15-year-old Doctor Who nerds who, you know, got like the best score in their entire class in biology and don't really care. And in fact, we're worried that their score was too good. And, you know, are basically stuck in the past. Wait. I'm typing, by the way. You can't see it. Well, yeah, you can see it. So yeah, plagiarism it's bad, okay? Because, you know, someone else made that. And if you're not willing to put the work into it, you don't deserve the credit. Now, if someone's like, yeah, okay, copy me, I don't really care, I give you my consent, then that's better, but you're still not doing the work. And doing work is what life is about. What life is for, I don't really know. I'm not gonna get all... That's what the other house, or the other... That's what the other video of today is going to be about. Crap, what was I just saying? The other video will be about whatever I just said 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna have to rewatch that last few seconds. You know, because I honestly don't remember what I was talking about. Something or another, plagiarism, blah blah blah. But it seems our time together is coming to an end. I'll answer one last question, that one being, would I rather have a big house or a small house? I think I'd rather have a small house because then I wouldn't be like, oh, I should fill my house with useless crap. I'd be like, I should get rid of some of this crap. You know, I don't really need a big house because TV, computer, video camera, bed, and doors and things. So really, as long as my house has a door and at least one room of like 70 square feet at least, I think I'd be okay. So, Let's bring this in nice and close with this last little bit. God, this camera's really hot. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like thing over on the side of the things with the stuff. If you would like to comment on the video, say, hey Andy, this was the very good of the job. You know, comment and say that was very good of the job. If you want to subscribe to me, you know, subscribe. You'll get videos daily, and you'll be like, oh, I wish I didn't get videos from this guy all the time. He's just filling up my subscription box with his videos. Which I think you should subscribe to more people if I'm filling up your subscription box. That means, like... That means I can't text while also talking about plagiarism. Because then I'll have a mole on the side of my face. Yep, mole. Beard's coming in nice and nice. Anyway, you know, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the videos, favorite if you want. Okay, that wasn't the thing then. Thank you and good night, everybody.